Naoya Inoue versus Junto Nakatani has just went down. Inoue again solidifying himself as number 1. It's good, Yarka Nation. Back to another video. Now, if you know me, Inoue is one of my favorite fighters, if not my favorite fighter right now, who I literally try to replicate. This is for a lot of reasons. Not only do I like his style, it's also like his personality and similar to my size. I like his swag. I like everything about him. But right now, it's not about why I like Inoue. This is about the fight that just went down. If you've been living under a rock, are you done, bro? Just in case you didn't know how big this fight is, you have two pound-for-pound greats, Inoue and Nakatani, both from Japan, both the same size, both 32-0, and both fighting in their hometown of Japan in front of a crowd of 55,000 people, bro. Now, this might not feel as big as other super fights like Crawford Canelo. That's just because we are not the same demographic as these Japanese fighters. For those Japanese fighters, this fight is probably the biggest fight of the past 10 years. Two guys who are very hyped up, undefeated, both in their prime fighting. So if you didn't know, a couple months ago, they both fought in Saudi Arabia, Inoue and Nakatani, both against two separate fighters. This is supposed to be like the pre-bout like matchup where they both fight one fight against other people and then the winners fight each other. But the whole plan from the start was Inoue and Nakatani. Now, Inoue had a great fight against Picasso. That Mexican guy, Picasso, showed why he belongs there. To be honest with you, when I was watching it, I was a little bit worried in the first couple rounds. But as Inoue does, he always adjusts in the fight and then takes full control. Starts schooling Picasso. Nakatani, on the other hand, people say he had more of an underwhelming performance. He still got the job done though, which is the main thing because we didn't want to ruin the super fight. Anyways, both of them, look at this guy getting snug on me. Anyways, the stage was set. Junto Nakatani versus Naoya Inoue, the biggest fight in Japanese boxing history, and it took place May 2nd today. I literally woke up at 6 a.m. for this fight and I was very sleepy because last night I didn't go to bed till late. But I woke up just as the fight started. You can see both guys were very cautious. They both respect each other. They both are one of the most accurate punchers in boxing right now. And on top of that, they are both known for their explosive power. So no one wants to make a mistake. You know, you could tell either of them could be vulnerable to the other guy's power. And I think that just makes them perform to another level. It was literally like a full-on chess match, orthodox versus southpaw. You see Inoue, just small, tiny movements, constant movements. He's never like staying put in one place, moving back and forth, feinting. All these small, twitchy movements that are almost so perfect. Junto, on the other hand, on the outside, just with that jab, his long ass jab, it literally reminds me of the guy from Rayo, whatever his name is, the guy with the flicker jab, bro. His jab is just so long. Like for the first couple of rounds, there's not much going on. I scored them all to Inoue though because I felt like he landed the only punches, or he was the only one who was actually doing something. As the rounds went on, the rhythm increased, the fight started picking up. You could see Inoue trying to push the pace more. But it was always like close rounds. It was never a one-way wash. I saw some people comment yesterday that they thought this would be like the Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence fight where it feels like 50-50 but then it turns all the way around. This was not like that. This fight was exactly how a lot of people expected it, except for the result. I'll get to it in a bit. The fight was toe-to-toe, very high level, with either of a guy vulnerable to the other guy's power, so they were all very careful, but it wasn't a boring fight, if that makes sense. I'd say Inoue racked up all the rounds up to round 8 and 9. That's where Nakatani randomly came out of nowhere. He realized, hey, I need to pick up these rounds right now. Champion mindset. These guys are both on such an even playing field. Like, Nakatani is not just some random prospect who's challenging the champion. No, Nakatani is a champion in himself. That being said, he picked up round 8 and 9, but then Inoue just came straight back. The last 4 rounds, he just put his foot on the gas and took control right again. Apparently, there was a head clash. I didn't see it until I heard about it afterwards, but there was a head clash, and apparently Inoue started picking up after that. I still think he would have won either way, but that's just something to be noted. So at the end, the scores were pretty fair. Inoue winning, unanimous decision. I was so happy to see it because I'm like, bro, like, I feel like this puts a stamp because he's always been like number 3 pound for pound, number 2. Sometimes it goes up to number 1 and then it rotates. You know, Terrence Crawford took that number 1 spot rightfully. Usyk was number 1 at one time. I feel like now it's undeniable. Naoya Inoue is number 1 pound for pound. He beat another pound for pound fighter, undefeated. He's easily the most active guy on the pound for pound list, just fighting and fighting and fighting the top contenders and winning every single time. Now, what is next for Inoue? Before this fight, I was just saying, yo, I just want Inoue to win this fight and then seal it and retire. But he says that he has one more fight at 122. Now everyone's saying they want it to be Bam Rodriguez and that this is a super fight. Then I'm hearing a lot of other analysts and people saying, oh, we don't think this will happen. We don't think the Bam fight will happen. Why would Bam jump up 2 weight classes? Bro, this is the biggest fight for Bam's career. Bam is such a great fighter. He's also a fighter I love watching. But the thing is, Bam is credible as a world-class name, but he's not known as a world-class name yet because there's no names at his weight class. Moving up 2 weight classes is not moving up like 16 pounds. He fights at 114, he moves up to 122. That's 8 pounds. I think it's worth it. Naoya Inoue is the biggest thing right now. This is the once in a lifetime opportunity, I feel like, because you want to catch Inoue before he retires. This is the time to make the biggest fight happen. Now, it depends on if Bam's team wants that fight right now or if they still want to expand their domain at those weight classes. Either way, I feel like both fighters have done enough to choose what they want to do next. Happy to see Inoue win. I think whoever he fights at 122, he's going to beat. And I looked at the weight class above, featherweight. I genuinely think he can beat those guys too. But I wonder how long Inoue really wants to stay. Because at the moment, Inoue is 33. He's not too old, but at those weight classes, it's really about reflex and speed, which is what Inoue is the best at right now. So I don't know. Does he want to stay boxing till the age of like 35, 36 maybe? Does he want to go longer like Terence Crawford to the age of 38? I think he doesn't need to do that. I feel like he's done everything, but if he does stay, I still see him being dominant easily to the age of 34, 35. Also, for the wrap up of the fight, I heard some people commenting like, oh, congrats to Inoue's win, but we expected more and whatever. Again, I don't want to be glazing, but you don't realize this wasn't Inoue versus a random contender. This is Inoue versus Nakatani, who was like number 6 pound for pound. You know, so these guys are literally the top. Like, it's not like you can't expect too much, like a one-sided shutdown, because both of the guys are dangerous. Both guys did go in there and risk it and try to go for it, but there's a certain extent to where you have to respect your opponent, you know? I feel like the fight was very high level. I'm a boxing purist. I love to watch even the boring fights like Shakur's fights. I felt like this fight was entertaining and you really couldn't miss a round, because I genuinely thought there was going to be a knockout, because I was like, yo, one of these guys are going to knock each other out. Like, both of them have power. Both of them are super accurate and known for their power. But it went to a decision. I thought it was a great fight. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys thought of the fight. Let me know what you guys want to see next for Inoue and Nakatani. I'm excited. We have another banger fight tonight, Benavidez versus Zurdo. I'm super excited for that. My prediction is Benavidez decision, but let me know what you guys think about all those matchups. Comment down below. Make sure to like the video. I think he just pooped on me. Please don't let me get pooped on for nothing. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Yarka for life. Peace.
I still see you in my dreams. I can't find no peace. I don't know what I'm supposed to think. My mind be too green. I don't know how I'm supposed to treat her on the mood swings. Get my pockets right enough to copy new things.